All right, so today we coming to you with another episode of Auto Glass Tech Talk, and we got two distinguished gentlemen online today from Staten Island. We have Mr. Michael McCarthy, and we have Steve-O with him, or whatever you want to call. You call him whatever you want to call him, but we got Mr. Michael McCarthy here. So why don't you guys tell us a little bit more about yourself?
What's up, guys? Michael McCarthy, one of the co-owners of Auto Glass Direct, based out of Staten Island, New York. Yes, we say water. You know, not water, water. This is Steven Negron right here, my partner.
How's it going?
That's about it. If you're on the pages, I'm sure you know who I am.
Okay, so let's get back to who you are, right? You used to be Michael Mack or Mac?
Yeah, Mac. I was Michael Mack, yeah.
Okay.
That was my YouTube name. I had a car channel.
Okay.
That's what everybody called me. And that guy's, I had to toss him in the dirt.
Okay. So you're rebranded, Michael McCarthy now.
I'm rebranding. I'm a new man. Pandemic. Life's too short.
There you go.
Things changed.
Lost weight again.
I lost 70 pounds.
No more shit talking.
Okay.
Yeah, no more shit talking, man. No more shit talking.
At least it's just
I
friendly.
mean, it depends. Only to the locals. We'll get to that.
We will definitely get to that because
All right, so let's just not gloss over this milestone here, right? You say you lost 70 pounds?
70 pounds.
Like, what'd you do? Like, give us drop some jewels on what you did to lose weight, man.
You juicing?
The most important thing is control. You
Control?
need to have self-control.
Okay.
So November 11th is going to be a year I've been eating like paleo lifestyle, which is pretty much, I eat no processed foods. I eat fruits, vegetables, no grains, no legumes.
Okay.
I eat white rice once in a while. I'll cheat with some like sushi with rice.
Okay.
But otherwise, like, pizza's been 3 times. I'm a pizza guy.
Okay.
No pasta. Everything's grain-free. It's difficult, but I did it because just wanted to get healthy, and it's important. You're in our 30s. People have high blood pressure, diabetes. You don't last to 50 when you own a business. You're stressed to begin with. You eat like crap. You're drinking like a fish, and everything else that goes along with it. So I wanted to take pride in my health, and I wound up losing 70 pounds. But I fluctuate. I go up and down. I go from like 315 to 220.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the longest I've ever kept it off.
315 to 220.
Yeah, 350.
Fluctuate.
That's not fluctuating, man. That sounds like something really wrong.
Sorry.
But hey, man, round of applause to you, though, man. Losing any weight loss is a milestone, you know what I mean? But losing 70 pounds, like, shout out to you for that, man.
No gym. No, I haven't gone to the gym. I actually got some dumbbells today, but I didn't go to the gym this whole time. Just straight diet.
I lost all my weight from working out. I changed the diet a little bit, but I worked out like a madman. So
Yeah.
That's what's up.
you eat a little bit better. You eat a little shittier when you work out a lot. So
Yeah, you notice my blood pressure was high, so I was trying to get it. I didn't want to, the medication, so I wanted to get to regulate it. The biggest thing was like, hey, if you lose weight, it's going to help with your blood pressure. It helps tremendously. Yeah.
how tall are you?
I'm almost 6 foot. I'm like right under 6 foot.
So how much do
I'm
you?
5'11", because if I say 6 foot, I'm not 6 foot. It's like cheating.
So,
Pretty much
like
6 foot, yeah.
220 right now?
No, I'm like 250 right now.
250. Okay.
I was like probably my heaviest last year was probably about maybe like 325.
How the hell were you installing, bro? Like on some real shit. Like that's pretty heavy for that frame.
Listen,
they're like 400 driving MVs, blowing out tires all day. But the thing is, of course, my wife's talking to me. I'm a big dude. Like you don't realize, like I hold my weight. Like
Right.
I'm not like there's fat dudes that are fat and just straight fat, and then there's fat dudes that are just big. I'm one of those dudes that are just big. I just like, it's my frame. I got a wide back, just big legs. I'm just a big dude.
Yeah.
I got big hands. I just, I had no problem installing, but I definitely feel a difference from losing the weight, just getting around the cars. Like now, everything's got cameras and, you're in there and some of the cars are tight, and it's a huge difference. Like it makes a tremendous difference, the weight, especially with working.
Yeah. Nah, that's what's up, man. Losing weight because you get more energy, and sometimes you don't know what it feels like until you lose the weight. But yeah, like I keep saying, man, shout out to you for losing the weight. Hopefully, you can be an encouragement to other people to, get their weight right or manage their weight.
important. You know, I see a lot of guys in our industry that are just run down. I mean, guys that are 40 that look like they're 60 because they don't take care of themselves. They treat it like, you know, they work all week, they make that money, and then they blow it all weekend. And it's just, you know, I see it not just with like young guys, I see it with older guys. It's you got to take care of yourself. Very important.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's
So I'm gonna cut right to the chase. What's up with all the East Coast beefing, man? All you guys be beefing with each other. Like all I hear is beef coming from the East Coast. Like
You know what? People are very competitive out here. Very, very competitive. Yo, no one wants to help anybody. That's really what it is. That's really what it boils down to. Because everybody's chest pump and egos are so inflated that yo, they can't call you and be like, yo, I need a favor. Can you help me out? Because their ego is too big to be like, yo, that dude helped me out. Well, if you guys, whoever watches this video, yo, you know, if you need anything, if it's finding a part that you can't find, because everybody knows I source parts from all over the country. I get everything. Yo, if you need to run a VIN, you need to do anything, yo, hit me up. I'm more than welcome to help you out. But you got to understand, if I need help, I accept you to, you know, do the same thing back.
Yeah, I scratch your back, you scratch my back. It's a two-way street. We all trying to help each other, yeah.
Listen, if everybody sticks together, we could all make money together. You know, some people price differently than others. Some people price more. Some people price less. Some people, you know, I'm sure you know where this conversation is going, but yo, people base their businesses off volume or base their businesses off of, you know, just touching only certain kind of cars. We're all different. But if everybody stuck together in the same area, especially guys that are younger, yo, just think about what you could build around it. Think about it, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, yo, you tackle social media, you tackle marketing on Google, you market your company, you brand the shit out of yourself, but you do it with all these guys and you just do it together, you could create a fucking monster and you won't be worried about Safelite. You'll push Safelite out of the areas that you're in because people are going to know your brand and they're going to want to connect to people that are on the same level as them. You know, the small business owners are going to want to give it to the small business owners and vice versa, and then they're going to spread the word to this one. But the thing is that egos in the chest of pump soul, yo, dudes are walking around here like they're 350 pounds with fucking 4% body fat. And it's not, that's just how it is, you know?
Yeah.
They got kegs, they definitely don't got six packs.
Yeah. One big thing I say to people is that, you know, we all got different hustles. We hustle different, but we all part of one big fraternity. You know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, we all still in the auto glass industry.
Look, I'm in front of, you know, guys that like I beefed with, but you know what? Sometimes you got to put things in the past and move forward because you know what? There are people in the industry that are people you want to know, and vice versa. So you gotta, I can't explain it, but
Yeah.
you have to have some kind of basis to help other people. But yo, people always get jammed up. If I told you, yo, my migrant fucking COVID came from fucking in migrant the last 2 weeks, yo, I have a fuckload of glass. Like, I'll help you out. Just call me up. Like, yo, it's not a problem. Just call me up. I got you.
Right.
You know, I helped a couple people the last 2 weeks.
Well, like I don't mind helping people out locally all the time because the way I see it is, one, I can't do every fucking job in my area. I don't want to do every damn job in my area anyways. And if a little guy here and a little guy there doing a job, then that's two jobs that Safelite ain't doing.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what I mean? And so, but a lot of guys are narrow-minded. You know what I mean? It's not so much the chest pumping out here as the people out here. It seems that
Too much pride. We got too much pride.
I mean, the pride thing, yeah, but there's greed out here. You know what I mean? My market is all greed. Everybody trying to step on toes. It's all about.
No, but it's more of an insurance market, so it's different.
We're sure here worry about the competitions. Everybody trying to give the whole fucking farm away on every job, and then just bait and switch in line to customers. You know, there's still cash though, but still people are dumb. They destroy the cash market out here. And you got guys who work for companies, stealing glass, stealing glue, then go do a side job.
What are they charging out there?
Shit, 150, 120. They'll go do a job, you know what I mean? And they don't care. They go, I made $100. I'm like, yeah, but you don't understand the big scope. But that's why they're not business owners too. So,
right.
You know.
Well, I call it drug dealing. It's like drug dealing with glass.
Oh, it is.
A lot of guys.
Hustling, stay
Yo,
hustling.
like it boils my blood when I roll up to Migrant and I got people in a fucking 4Runner picking up glass. I got a dude in the Civic picking up glass because it's like, yo, I'm paying my taxes. I'm doing everything I got to do. I got all my not licensing, because you don't need licensing.
Well,
You know,
yeah, I'm saying.
Yeah. But it's like they and then Migrant says, well, they have a tax ID number. Anybody could get a fucking tax ID number. You could go on, the IRS website and just get an EIN number and link it to your personal name. It's not like you're not a valid business in the state, and it's
Well, the problem we have out here is you got these companies that are just laptop shops. You know what I mean? There's some guy selling jobs from his.
we have it here.
Yeah, some guy selling a job, and then he hires whatever subcontractor. So the subcontractors are picking up the glass on behalf of some other company. So how's Migrant going to stop them? Migrant can't stop them doing that shit. So I mean, it's a weird situation.
So y'all feel like people should have like certifications before they could do replacements? Like they should go through some kind of formal training, or what could be done? Like what something could be done to clean it up or make it right for y'all?
Who they're selling the glass to, because technically if they're distributing the glass to someone that winds up getting somebody killed, and in the future it's gonna happen because of all the safety features and things that could go wrong, because we see it every day that we deal with it. That's the only thing that's going to change. Nothing changes till somebody gets hurt.
It's gonna take the right person to get hurt, who then hires the right lawyer.
Yeah.
But then so basically we saying someone should be governing auto glass technicians to have a right certification, because like right now to buy glass all you need is like a tax ID number or whatever.
Regulation to who they sell to.
What do you think about AGSC already? I mean, there's already
Yeah.
that, but they don't regulate it like it should be, though. I mean, you have to have your certification, your training, all that, but there's still no regulation on that shit.
It doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean
I'm gonna be real with you. That training, that's bullshit. It's just like our secret training, because I got a homie who owns a calibration shop here, and he went on there and he sends me a picture. Look, I'm a certified tech. Dude's installed maybe 5 windows in his life, but he's a certified tech.
Yeah.
Bullshit. Certifications mean nothing. It's all in the field.
So here go a controversial comment, right? So say I'm on a glass distributor, Migrant, PGW, Pilkington, whoever, right? If they following the law saying our rules is this how we sell glass, it's no like standard saying that I shouldn't sell you glass. How are they doing anything wrong?
I mean, in my personal opinion, I don't think they are doing anything wrong.
Yeah.
It goes back to what I was saying about the subcontractors. It's
Yeah.
CBA Glass, who's all legit. I got my licenses, I got my insurance, I got all my shit. If I go hire, whatever, John to go do a job, and this dude rolls up in some hoopty bucket, but he told me he was different, and I didn't do my due diligence to go check on the guy and say, oh yeah, I can do a job for me. How's Migrant going to stop CBA Glass from buying a window and having this dude pick it up?
Right. Yeah, they're just going word of mouth, taking your word that you're doing the right thing. But yeah, I think it go back to like Auto Glass Safety Council and things like that, or some kind of way to put a standard in place to, like, I guess.
But anybody could get a tax ID number. Anybody could go buy E150 van, and anybody could buy urethane and go to Home Depot and buy a Ryobi urethane.
Not everybody can pass a test. Not everybody can pass some of the stuff that for urethane and all that.
A test that you need to pass so that they could sell you the glass, right?
Australia just did this.
Okay, look at this. Let's just put this into a different industry. You go to a neighborhood where they're building new houses. You roll over. Do you see a bunch of professional construction and company trucks? No, you see a bunch of broken ass trucks, random guys that are framers, electricians. But the builder has all their certifications.
Right.
So front, everything looks
it's the same exactly. You're just spot on.
Same exact thing. So you're going to get to the very bottom, so yeah, there should be regulations. Yeah, there should be better stuff, but implementing it and regulating it, that's the hard part. You know what I mean? We already have the stuff.
That's what I mean.
It's just, there's no regulation of the standards and the certifications. That's the biggest problem.
We have all that. We have all the certifications, tests, all that. But it's regulating it, holding everyone accountable.
It boils down to a free market, which we all want a free market anyway. So it's kind of like a double standard. Like we're preaching, hey, we don't want them selling these busted ass people glass. But then in another sense, we want to, we started somewhere too. So
But you're gonna make money off of them a lot of times. I know for a fact there's one company in my area locally where I have taken probably 8 accounts from him over the last 2-3 years and redone so many of his jobs just because he sucks. He just continues to suck and suck and suck.
We see it. I love it when someone, you use somebody's using you for a while and you put the prices up, because naturally that's what happens. Right? Everybody's prices go up. And then they don't want your prices, so they bring the next dude in. The next dude in wrecks a car, pops the glass from the tailgate, and everything else. And then they call you back, and then you jack your prices up even more. It's picture perfect. I love when that happens. Picture perfect.
So, but if Micros didn't have that, if they didn't sell to those guys.
No, I know.
You gotta give it to all.
So in reality, is keep saying, like, keep hustling, do your thing, let your work speak for itself, and let your work be your business card. You know what I mean? And it'll come to you at some point, even though it sucks that someone else is doing shitty work, but it'll come back to you at some point.
Famous words of Mike Rose: "Your work is your signature."
The worst work. I see more safe light, trash than I do other, random cars that I had no idea installed. But I see that SGC glass, it's like instantly shit. Instant.
But SGC sold that to a lot of companies as well. It wasn't necessarily always SGC.
Yeah, but if you pay a guy $18 an hour and slave him out for 10 windshields a day, what do you expect you get? You expect him to get it?
I mean,
but think. Okay, so I got another question for y'all, right? I don't know the ins and outs, and y'all know more people that work for SafeLight and stuff. But don't SafeLight put their guys through way more training on replacements than most companies?
Well, assuming they do. I really don't know anybody that works at SafeLight.
Yeah.
And I'd never SafeLight, so I don't really know. But I'm assuming they go through a lot of training.
When I worked at SafeLight 20-some years ago, before it was a SafeLight it is now, because it wasn't even owned by Belron when I worked there.
Right.
There was no training. Some of the worst shit I ever learned, I learned at SafeLight. Now, I know they do training now. The training's a joke. It's like a month.
3 months. I think they did.
Yeah, a month and you're on the road. It's like, what the fuck? I mean, you need a full year. Like, there's a guy in the group, Danny Schlar. This kid started working with Micros and started working with me. This dude has learned more than he could ever learn in some training class at SafeLight. But he learned all the wrong ways, learned all the good ways, and now he's a really good tech. I mean, I had to learn everything wrong to be able to know I'm doing it right. And that's just the God honest truth.
Yeah.
But you learn from your mistakes. That's what everything. If it's not the way you install the glass or the way you shoot the bead or the way you run your business, if you don't fail at some point or make a huge mistake, you're never going to learn, because it's never going to teach you anything. So it's a stepping stone. We all go through it.
Yeah. Well, talking about SafeLight, I don't know if y'all saw today on Glass Bites, and shout out to Glass Bites and Terry and everybody over there. SafeLight bought out Lee and Kate's. I don't know if y'all saw that.
Jacksonville.
Yeah, out of Florida. So I think Lee and Case was doing $5 to $10 million a year, they say, and SafeLight actually bought them out.
Well, they buy out anybody that threatens in their area. So if they moved into an area or they want to build in an area and multiple locations, they want to take you out because they know, they know you're making money.
Can't compete, yeah.
We have a huge facility getting built about 10 miles from us.
SafeLight facility?
Yeah, huge.
Is it a call center or warehouse and all that shit?
No, it's a calibration installation center. So where we're located, all right, so where we live, it's Staten Island, New York, like Homewood, fucking Jersey Shore, trash, all that shit, right? Pete Davidson, all those guys. The island is like 9 by 27. It's not wrong, like 9 miles wide by 27 miles long. There's 600,000 people here. That's not counting the illegals. So there's a lot of people, highly populated. So, but just now, this is the thing. And so people think we're from Jersey. We're not from Jersey, from New York. But the thing is, we have a business in Jersey also, because we bounce between both states. Because literally, my shop, if I open my shop door, Jersey's, you could see the bridge. We're right here.
Right.
But the thing is, Jersey's a cash market, and New York is a zero deductible, full coverage state. So the thing is, SafeLight gets the majority. The reason why we opened up the shop where we are now is because the calibrations. Everybody around here is driving a leased car. You have a leased car, you have maximum coverage. Maximum coverage in New York State is zero deductible.
OEM glass, retail.
So that work. If I tell you if I do fucking 15 to 20 QX60s a week in calibrations, not a week, a month, that's like normal. They lease them for $390 a month around here, and everybody thinks they're balling. They're driving QX60s. The windshields break all the time, and I keep them in stock because you go through them so much. But the thing is, if you go through Safelite, you have to go to a location in Jersey, which is about 35 miles away, or you got to go into Brooklyn, which Brooklyn really isn't far. But just going to Brooklyn is just drama with the traffic. It's like Brooklyn, it's Staten Island, it's like LA traffic. It's the same traffic. No matter what time it is, 2 o'clock in the morning traffic, 6 o'clock in the morning traffic, 11 o'clock in the morning traffic. So people don't want to go over there. So what happened is Safelite was sending all these people all over the place, and I'm saying to myself, what could I do, like, to take some of this business? And what happened? I started calibrating. So now that I'm calibrating, if I tell you consistently, people call, oh, you calibrate? Can I bring my car? What kind of car you have? I have a 2020 Highlander. I got it in stock. Come on down. Come on down. And next thing you know, it's an open door. You do 2 calibrations a week. Then it's 5 calibrations a week. Then it's 10 calibrations a week. But it's all because of Safelite, because Safelite is now marketing everything for me. I don't even got to market calibrations because the customer calls me up and they're like, "Do you calibrate that camera in the window?" I'm like, "Yeah." They're like, "Oh, can I come to you, but you're close?" Because now Safelite's doing all the marketing for us, because every person they talk to, if they have a new car with a camera, they're telling. So that's how I got where we are now, because of Safelite.
All right, so let's go back to your calibrations. When you got your calibration system, did you get that one, did you get it through a distributor? And 2, if you did you have to get training on it?
Everybody's. I think I was the only person that bought.
From who?
Kim Riley.
Oh, he bought it from Kim?
Yeah.
Did you have to get formal training, or how did that work out for you?
Yeah, training, hands-on training. There is no training.
Okay.
So if someone says you need to be certified to do calibration through Opti-Aim and you got to go take the class, it's bullshit. Tell them, stick it up there.
Maybe it's nice that they teach you.
They teach you, but the thing is, it's
They teach you how to use the tablet and everything.
But they just train you when you buy it. They train you though, right? Like if you buy like I know like Emily do the Alltel for migrant training. Like they show you how to use it.
No, the tablet tells you how to use it.
Emily does that now, but when it first came out, it wasn't set up yet. When
Listen,
you guys bought it,
people helped us out, yeah.
when you guys bought it, Alltel didn't have their training set up because you were really, really early in it.
Yeah, I think right now everybody do offers. I know Emily do migrants training. I forget the guy name at Pilkington, but I think he out of Phoenix, ain't he?
Yeah, Javier, he's out of Phoenix. I got the option training. The class is cool, but it's like everything else. You skip through stuff and you zip to get it done.
But you know what? The classes are going to show you how to do it. The best thing you could do is buy it and have friends that have a half a brain that might know what's going on. Because if you could figure out how to use a WRD bat to take a windshield out, you could do a calibration.
Right. Yeah, I was just saying it's good that Migrant is selling you something, showing you how to use it. Same way with Pilkington. And I don't know what PGW sell, but I'm sure they probably got something in place too to train you on how to do it. So that is a step to showing people how to actually use something. You know what I mean?
The only one person I seen was what's his name,
David something. He was down in North Carolina. And I think it was like 600 a day.
but he does full training on full ADOS, like diagnostic and like problems for body shops. So, I mean, like that's I think is the only. I was gonna go to the class, but that's like the only.
Have you
training. If you go to his site, he's working on
What you say?
Have you thought about getting the LiDAR and the side cameras and all that kind of shit also?
Yeah,
Well,
eventually.
See, the thing is, like, I try to get out of the body shop thing. Like, you know how we all get into the body shop, business at some point, and that's where the demand is. But it's the same concept of, doing a pull on a quarter glass. The body shop wants to make all the money. They don't want to pay you, right? So then you got to deal with all that. So, like, I'm kind of, like, in that place where, like, I want to do it because there's going to be a demand eventually. But then in another sense, I'm like, do I really want to waste the money? Because what I'm doing is great at the moment.
I think the body shop stuff really, really depends on the area, though.
And
Every area is different for that one, too. Going back to what you were saying about that, because I get top dollar, but at the same time, other guys do, I think Safelite does it for 50 around here. They do R9 for 50. Like,
Safelite here won't go to body shops. They won't go. So, I mean,
body shops here either.
No, they don't have some commercial. They do commercial. They don't do. I don't think they do quarters because technically a lot of these quarter glasses you're not even supposed to put them back in if they're encapsulated.
See, I had two body shops, and one's kind of like a hood body shop, so kind of know how the lowdown is over there. But the other one, they're all by the book. They're super, super by the book. They're like Gold Star, iCar, and all that shit. So if I tell them it's a one-time use, they're like, they'll buy another one. They don't give a shit. But I couldn't go hustling out body shops because, like you said, majority of them don't want to pay shit.
Yeah.
No, they don't. And then, you know, it's so funny because, you know, we're pretty much all on the same page about like how we remove glass, and we do. You know, you're using fiber line to take out a quarter. You're not causing no damage, but they rather pay the guy to come in that hammers out the quarter with an extractor. Or you know, the capsulation is destroyed, and like, you know, you see it. And,
Replacing windows all the time.
We wound up trying to get away from it. I mean, we had 3 body shops left. When we first started, you know, we picked up accounts by being cheap, and we probably had, you know, 35 body shops. Now we have 3, and that's it. That's the only people I deal with, the volume.
It's harder, not harder.
Yeah.
You know, I the only thing I could see in my area, there's not a lot of young guys that are doing this. It's all a lot of old timers.
That's mostly everywhere. Arizona is like one of the few places I know that has a lot of young techs, but even out here by me.
I mean, like, I don't think like 40s is not old, and even 50. I don't think 50s is old because that's like halftime. You still got another.
So
like,
what's an old timer like your area? What's the age range?
But I see majority of the guys that are around us are like the disgruntled Safe Line employees. You know, whatever happened, they went out with the van. I'd say 50 and up.
Okay.
Wow. Younger guys. Everybody's in the. I haven't seen, you know, if I seen like a 25-year-old kid, 20-year-old kid slinging glass, man, I'd be, yo, what's up, bro? Like, what's going on? Like, I'd be all about that because you don't see that.
Come to Arizona, man.
Yeah, you don't see that in windshield repair either. You see more like middle age, like 40 years old, older, doing
Top
repair.
10 cheap businesses to start off, and like windshield repair is like number 2. That's why.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's weird. Yeah, you're right, but I guess online I'd be seeing a lot of young folks. I guess they like Arizona and California, because I know when I lived in San Diego, it seemed like everybody that was doing repairs was like under 40. So yeah.
Well, they say if you can make it in New York, you can make it anywhere. It's rough out here. It's crazy. It's like Cali. It's like the same kind of market.
Right.
But we're a lot faster. Like,
yeah, it's faster in New York. Yeah.
I have a friend that moved out to Cali. He opened up pretty much. He does like remote control blinds and like, you know, he was out here like he hustled a little out here, but he went out there and he just brought his like New York like speed, and he exploded like through California, put in a remote control blind. So he's always like, come on, come out here, you'll kill it out here. And I'm just like, nah, it's just different market.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
Totally different. Fuck California.
Yeah, then Northern California different than Southern California, which is
Southern California is, I'd say LA area, Southern California is like more fast paced, and Northern California is like where we're slowed down a lot more, you know.
Yeah. And then when you get from LA to San Diego, it's completely different too.
San Diego's totally.
Yeah.
LA is retarded. LA is too fast, too many people, markets destroyed. Everyone wants everything or hookup or scam.
So let me quick question for y'all. So throw y'all off here. So how many fraudulent like emails y'all get a week? Like how many 5 Toyota Camrys do you have to replace? Is that like big in New York with like fraud?
We haven't got in a while. But I gotta say the spam the last month has been off the fucking wall. Non-stop spam. I mean, I get an upstate New York, I get a Cali number, I get an upstate New York number, I get a Virginia number, non-stop.
I agree.
Like, and we have like business lines like crazy. Like, you know, we bounce off voice over IP. I got an 800, but there's no. They come through every line, and they don't give up.
I got 5 lines, and they just for my area, different areas, and they fucking every fucking line gets 1-800. Hell, you want to sign up for health insurance? No.
Free vacation. What else?
Marriott Hotel.
Yeah.
Your warranty is up.
Yeah. Now I got like 2 calls today for like a it's some kind of travel. It had a lifetime travel. It was like you pay $199 and you can travel for your lifetime. I'm like, wow, this is.
Right.
So I kept messing with it. I kept listening to it, and I finally hung up. I was like, man, this shit.
You say you got to wire money to Nigeria?
Yeah.
I got a question for you.
Sure.
Mets or Yankees?
Yankees.
Giants or Jets?
Cowboys.
Okay, so Knicks or Nets?
Knicks.
Okay.
Rangers.
Okay, Rangers.
Yeah.
All right, hockey. All right.
I lived in Texas for a year.
How can you be a Cowboys fan? God.
My whole family is Cowboy fans.
What part of Texas?
I live in Temple.
Temple, okay.
Right out like Temple. I was there for about a year.
Okay.
How far away from like what's the close main city?
Boston, 45 minutes.
Okay.
It's Fort Hood military base.
Center, yeah. My brother lives in Austin. I don't know.
Very weird. It's like it's a hipster place.
Yeah, no, that's one.
Yeah, it is. All the Californians love to go there, and
The Californians are good.
that's why it almost went blue too.
Yeah.
Cool.
So I have a question for you guys. What do you think? What are you seeing calibration wise in like your area? Are you seeing like cars constantly now with cameras, or is it kind of like moderate, or is it slow? Like,
I mean, for me, it's like almost I'd say 80% of every car I touch has a camera. And I'm getting them calibrated, of course. But the problem is there's so many shops out here that are convincing customers, oh, you don't need to get it calibrated. Even dealers.
We have that here too. Yeah, we have that here.
That's a big issue. But most of my customers, because I deal with insurance, they don't care because it's not costing them anything.
100%.
And then the company that I partnered up with, they offer. I mean, they can do a mobile. They do pick up and drop off. They make it as easy as they can for the customer. So I don't see a big problem with it. I mean, I don't have a lot of overhead and I don't do a lot of jobs. I'm not trying to front on my volume. If I work on 15 cars a week, that's a busy week for me. But
that's
my overhead
doing insurance jobs. That's what thing. These guys don't understand. They're in a cash market. They're making $100 to $150 profit on a job. But then you go put it in a 4626 and a Toyota Highlander through insurance, that job is quadruple what they're making for the, it takes them 10 jobs to make that.
That's my thing too. Is I mean, man, if I'm making $500, $600, sometimes $1,200 profit on a job, why do I gotta do 10 jobs?
You don't have to.
Hey, I'd be happy.
But guys that are in the cash market don't understand that. They think these big numbers because they load their vans up with glass every day. But they're not making no money. And you got to take everything in the fact that every mile on your car, every time you put gas in it, your toll. I don't know about your toll. We get banged out.
Well, you get banged with the toll.
Hold on here.
The abuse on your body. Like you got to put everything in the fact. You can't just say, oh, because I make $500 a day, I'm making $500 a day. It does not work like that.
Well, okay, so I'll chime in and say this, right? So for some of these guys, and you made this post, Mac, I think last week or over the weekend you made it. Are you in it for the short term or the long term? So if they're making that money, $500 a day, but they only in it short term, that might be good for them. They're not in it for the long run. Right?
Yeah, but
that's true. But all the hustlers that come, they stay though.
Who gets into auto glass and gets out of it? Like I don't know anybody that retired from auto glass.
Well, I'm not saying that they retire, but some people actually get into doing auto glass, whether it's repairs or replacements, till they find a full-time job or till they do something else because they're not really in it long term.
But then that goes back to the distributor selling to anybody. Right. So it's.
Well, you got the right to change your mind if in year one you like, shit, I want to do auto glass forever, but then year two you like, oh, I don't like this and that, and you switch it up and change careers. So I don't know if people in it long term or short term, but for some people they might think like 500 is good. I'm not trying to do this forever. I want to do it for 3-4 years and get out.
Not everybody's a business owner too. You know what I mean? Some of these guys, there's a lot of guys out here who post pictures of a lot of windows on their trucks, but every single one's either a subcontractor or they're working for somebody. So it ain't like they're knocking out 10 insurance jobs in a day. So there's a lot of people, as Corey said before, putting on for Facebook. So
definitely. If I was doing 10 insurance jobs a day and 5 of those are calibrations, I would have a GT3 sitting in my shop right now. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And my wife would be driving a Urus if I was doing that kind of insurance work every day.
Hey.
Urus.
You know it. Imagine 10 insurance jobs. 10 insurance jobs a day with 10 calibrations a day. That's 50 insurance jobs, minimum $500 a job. Do the math. You're driving a Urus, you got the GT3, you got a Range HSE big body, and you got a Formula. Easy. You got a 50-foot Formula in the back of your house.
Your minimum $5,000. You're $5,000 in a day.
Usually the loudest mouths are the ones that have nothing. That's all I'm saying. And Facebook, there's a lot of people that you don't know till you actually meet them how they really are. Like you get the wrong idea about people. You make some assumption because this person says he has this and has that. But at the end of the day, push comes to shove, Facebook is not real life sometimes.
Yeah, a lot of this stuff isn't verifiable. So regardless of how many jobs a person say they do or what they say they got going on, it's not verifiable. This really is just taking somebody's word or taking their pictures for what they do. But I do think a lot of people, they get into it with the greatest of intentions, but they don't do it forever because every time you turn on any of the groups, you see people got tools and stuff for sale. So people are getting out of it. So I think a lot of people just get in the industry not thinking, I want to start a career. I want to leave a legacy. I want to build something. I want to start from the bottom and make it somewhere.
Yeah. A lot of guys, but you see the pattern. If you look and look at the posts and when the sale posts are, it's usually when it's November or really, it should really be September to like February. And that's when it slows down. And that's when people get desperate. And that's when people start doing $50 R&Rs. And that's when they use a 428 on the windshield to save fucking $4.
Yeah.
That's because those people are not meant to be in the business. And if there's any kind of, not saying regulation, I don't like regulation, but if there was any kind of thing that you needed to purchase the glass or purchase the urethane, then we wouldn't be sitting here having this conversation. Because anybody, and I've posted this multiple times, anybody could get borrow $500 from their grandma, go buy a busted ass S10 pickup. They go get their tax ID number. They go to Migrant or they go to PGW or any of these distributors. They buy glass, and then they could just go attempt to put it in. It doesn't mean they know what they're doing, but it's very easy to freelance in the auto glass business. That's why guys cannot find people to work for them, because the guys that are good go out on their own.
And the guys who are bad too
go out on their own.
Yeah. Well, no, it's been some real good points everybody make. You know what I mean? I don't think it's a right answer or wrong answer. I think
right answer.
Yeah.
It's just a pattern, and you just see it.
Yeah.
There's a guy local to me that I'd say a good 6-7 years worked out of his Tahoe or his Denali Tahoe out the back of it. Just garbage piled up, one window at a time, go do a job, come back. And he did this for years and years. Now he finally just got a truck recently. I don't know if he started taking it more serious or what, but it drove me nuts.
You never know somebody's situation. You don't know what happened. You don't know if there's someone sick in their family. You don't know if that's all they can afford at the moment, and they need to put food on their table for their kids. You never know someone's situation. So you kind of if you have any kind of compassion at all, then you think about outside the box. You say, maybe this guy, Joe Schmo, can only drive his Tahoe because that's all he can afford, but he has 5 kids that he needs to feed, and his wife is sick at home with cancer. And you think about things like that. But then in another sense, it's business is business. Like, yo, get out of my way.
Think about it, but fuck that. No. Yeah.
Hey, look, I have compassion to help people out, but I also at the same time I think fuck what you're going through, because I got my.
We all have our own issues. Man. We all have, right?
I got you guys got your nice shop. I got my nice van. Chris got his nice setup. Guys who put their heart into it, and you see it in the group too. Guys who want to do good, no matter what you're doing. So I mean,
you watch them over the years. I mean, I've watched so many guys go out on their own and succeed. So many other guys just start from themselves and just grow. I mean, you guys alone from when I first started talking, and our shit talking and everything, y'all have grown so much more than when that was alone.
You actually learn a lot on Facebook. There's a lot of good information, and if push comes to shove, if you sit back, you learn a lot, and you could figure things out. People help you. It's a great concept, but then you got to deal with the other bullshit that goes along with it, like guys that fight and this and that and that. It's
like I said, if you know better, you do better, and it's a good that like you can say, hey, I've been online, and you take the good from it. You know what I mean? You know how to separate the good and the bad, to have learned things and to grow and to go where you at now. So shout out to everybody who take that information and run with it to get better.
Started in an S10 pickup, with nothing. A 1996 S10 pickup, 10-foot bed, 4-cylinder. I was like 300 pounds. He was 200, 500 pounds in the front seat. So it was, lean in, 2-wheel drive. The head gasket blew. We fixed it overnight. Me and him took the motor out, changed because we're mechanically inclined, so that helps. But we started with nothing.
Right.
But we got insurance. We got insurance when we first started. That was the biggest thing. We got insurance, and it sucked. And it takes time to anything. When you learn, if you have patience, anything can happen. But you need patience. Nothing happens overnight.
Right.
That's the thing. I tell these guys, see, the problem is too, is I'm 46, but I'm not like typical 46-year-old guy. I hang around with the younger guys and this and that. So a lot of times these guys get jaded, and they see the shit I got, and they think I'm maybe like 5-6 years older than them, and they don't realize I've been doing this shit usually as long as they've been alive.
Right.
So it takes time, man. You gotta patience, man.
Patience is a virtue.
It's a brand new van, right?
Yeah.
I mean, this is your first.
You got a big fancy van now, huh?
Yeah.
You got a fancy van.
Yeah, I got a fancy van. I'm
Wait, hold on. How nice is the work out of that van?
Dude, it's great. I love to work out.
Not fitting at 21.
When I bought my blue truck,
big
I have
drink.
no idea.
What is that?
I have no idea why I didn't buy a van, to be honest with you. But I just got stuck on buying a truck. So, but it's so.
Using it for dual, like, so for instance, like I have a truck too. I have an F-150, same setup you had pretty much. But the thing is, I didn't want to pay him because I didn't want to have to get another car. So I use my work truck as my main car. I mean, my wife, we have another car. It's not like I drive it because it worked better for me. I didn't want to have to get another car, 2 cars, and more insurance.
Now my wife's rolling my old work truck. I'm gonna make it like a promotional vehicle. I'm gonna put a lift on it and some wrap and shit. But she has no problem driving it, so it's like whatever.
Yeah.
So in the future, do you have a plan on expanding and maybe calibrating?
In my situation right now, no, because I partnered up with a company who just does calibrations. They don't do anything else. No chips, no nothing. And I was like their second or third client when they first opened up. So they're really good to me and they give me good pricing. And I don't have a building. And out here, because we don't ever have really shitty weather, having a building is an extra expense I don't need.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
You know what I mean? So if I got forced into it, I had no problem doing it. But right now, like they say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Ain't broke, don't fix it. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, when you how about you, Chris? Are you gonna eventually get into calibrations?
Yeah, I'm working on it right now. My buddy has a shop and he's got the space for it, so I'm really just trying to go in with him, partner with him.
You can totally get the MA600 and go to like your body shops, and as long as they got good lighting. So
yeah.
People don't tell you is like it's not really about the space because there's only a few cars that actually need a lot of space. Most cars you don't need much space at all, but lighting is the key. Subarus are super sensitive to lighting. If you have the right lighting, it happens the first time. It goes right through. Toyotas, and there's guys out. We probably all see there's guys shooting cameras outside all day, and it works. I've done it outside before, like testing it just to see if it works, and it actually works. But it's just all about the lighting. And it's not as complicated as you think it is. And it's going to be here. 2025, every car's going to have it. So we're going to have to adapt to it. And if you don't adapt to it, you're going to be left behind.
Oh, yeah. I don't think it's too complicated. And I don't think the equipment's too expensive or anything like that. It's just space. It's space. In my situation, shop, no one goes into a shop. Everybody hates going into shops out here because everything's mobile.
Everybody will go to you out there.
I mean, there's mobile mechanics out here. There's people doing brake jobs and all kinds of shit.
We got that. We got that.
For me, I mean, like you guys know though, that rent is insane. You know what I mean? To rent a shop,
this building is insane. That I mean, it's not cheap at all.
You know what I mean? So that's like me in Cali. Like it's expensive as hell for even a 15 by 30 shop or 10 by 20 or something. Even I'm still it's $3,000. Like
yeah.
Oh, can't afford it, so.
Did it because I want to go places that no one else around my area has gone. So the brick and mortar is just another, stepping stone.
Yeah.
And it's nice. Like if you see behind us, we keep about 200 windshields now. Like a lot of parts that, I get a lot of jobs because people call up and they're like, well, when can you do it? I'm like, you could come down right now. And they're like, what do you mean? I'm like, yeah, you could drive here right now. We'll do it. Meanwhile, it's not like, hey, hold on, let me check my phone. Do they have this part in stock? Oh, this guy don't have it. I got to get a transfer from this migrant. Yo, just having glass makes things a lot easier. And it sucks because you got to spend the money. Like, I sat there one day and I started picking out inventory, and I'm like, I need this part, I need this part. But when you have a 2020 Highlander or you have a Kia Telluride and you have these new parts in stock, if you're calibrating, you have an advantage on the competition.
Yeah.
And
And you got to spend money to make money, you know?
Well, yeah, and I mean your setup's perfect for your market too. I mean, because everybody wants everything yesterday. Out here, I get customers. That go, I can get that for you tomorrow. I'm like, well, you got something next week. I'm like, out here,
I wouldn't.
People are way chill out here. Like nobody ever stresses me. Plus, I mean, most of my clients are repeat, so they're cool with it. But it's all market. You know what I mean? I could see in your situation, if I had a shop, if I was in a place like that, I'd want a business just like what you guys have, because it's boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, come in. Oh, do the windshield. 2 hours done total.
No, today, just
if our power cure too.
Average day, we get about 25 calls, just average from one location. This in the Staten Island location. If I land 2 jobs out of that, it's a lot, because my prices, if it's not an insurance job and it's a cash job out here, they do not want to pay, because there's a guy down the block that's going to do it for half the price. But when their camera's stuffed in the headliner, the shit's leaking, the computer fries out. So I see it. The stuff we see is just insane.
Well, think about
that.
Okay, hold on a minute.
Miles. We have our buddy, it's another glass shop, and another glass shop, a butcher shop, moved like down the block from him. So now it's like a real shit show.
Yeah.
Within 5 miles of the south of the
I'm gonna ask you guys about a shop, and I think if you don't know them, you don't know them. I want to say they're in the Bronx.
Okay.
Or Brooklyn, or they just moved. But it's Crystal's Auto Glass.
Holy shit! Get the fuck out of here! Get the fuck out of here! Get the motherfucker out of here! That's who fucking moved down the block from us.
Okay, yeah, they just moved. I follow them on Instagram, and they blocked my personal thing on Instagram because I got on them relentlessly. Every picture that lady posts in her shop, wipers up, every fucking picture. I still follow her on my business page, but oh my god, butchery, holy fuck, they suck.
Listen, let me tell you something.
No, you have no idea.
Let me tell you, in the beginning of my journey, I worked there. And I can't even tell you. I went from Safelite to there, and I was like, it was a different world. Like, things I was seeing, I'm like, wow.
I don't do this in pictures, but like an iPhone 2. I mean, every single damn picture is blurry. And
3GS.
Yeah, Jesus Christ, man, that's kind of funny. Yeah,
I don't want to get too on film, but I'll tell you a couple things that has happened recently. That even today, something happened. It's just wild. It just blows my mind.
Yeah.
Yo, the things they do, you would fucking it's just straight. Like, I just call it Brooklyn.
Dude, I follow them on Instagram. I see their shit all the time. I know, it's horrible.
Today I had a customer, right? 2020 Sienna. Backlight. Guy calls me up. He's like, you have a backlight for a 2020 Sienna? So I'm like, cool, let me check. I go on the computer. I'm like, yeah, I have one in stock. You want to come on down? He's like, what do you have it in stock? I'm like, yeah. He's like, I've been waiting a week from this other place. You're not on Store Avenue, right? I'm like, no, I have the glass in stock. He's like, yeah, I left them at deposit a week ago, and I'm still waiting for the glass. I'm like, because migrants shut down over here. For a week, so I guess they couldn't get parts. But it's like, how do you? I would never do that to a customer. Like, that's just me.
Yeah.
I never.
He's around one time. Any other questions?
Well, no, cool. We appreciate everybody for your time, man. We know it's been late in the evening, and shout out for all y'all for taking time to kick a little knowledge and talk about East Coast, West Coast, and everything, giving some insightful info. So we appreciate everybody for your time tonight.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, we'll get on again.
All right, no problem, man. Well, everybody take care.
All right, I got so much shit to talk.
All right.
Later.
All right.
We'll see you guys later. Thank you for having us.
All right.